Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode number 12th, 47th. Welcome to the Dungeon of the Mad Mage. I'm Adam Coble. I'm going to be your dungeon master. I'm not here to count shit, all right? I'm not here to count things. That's not my job. It's not. I'm not responsible
when he
for
got
that.
the number of not goblins.
There's a bugbear out there waiting to get his revenge. You killed all of his friends.
Yeah,
I forgot the word for bugbear for a second.
A tragically like traumatized bugbear.
Mm-hmm. That's actually the name of the next adventure. I'm gonna break my NDA. The next adventure is the tale of the tragic bugbear, and it's very sad. It's a sad adventure.
A sad adventure.
Yeah, a sad adventure for one bugbear.
A tragedy in 3 parts.
Everyone's been asking.
That's what happens to bugbears in Dungeons and Dragons. They get separated into 3 parts, and it's very tragic. Oh, rest in peace, all but one bugbear. Yeah, it's a sad adventure. Exactly. Yeah. Listen, you can do anything with Dungeons and Dragons, including sad stories about bugbears. I did see on Twitter, I saw on Twitter the other day, maybe this was yesterday, it started floating around. Apparently, Tom Morello, former bass player of Rage Against the Machine, is a Dungeons and Dragons player. Now, I have two things I noticed if you saw this Tom Morello tweet. On the one, he definitely has to rename the band Mage Against the Machine now. And two, and I had to exert myself so hard not to tweet this, and I'm going to use this space to talk about it. The photo that he posted on the tweet is the Dungeon Master's Guide and the Player's Handbook from 5th edition, and then the 3rd edition Monster Manual. And I really, really wanted to be like, Tom, honey, you're going to have some trouble if you try to play it with these books. You're going to run yourself into some big trouble. But I didn't. I managed to. I was like, some other mouth-breathing neckbeard will say it for me, so I can just keep that shit to myself. So congratulations. Congratulations, Tom Morello. Hopefully Zach De La Roche is going to be the next person to tweet about it. Yeah, what an age in which we live, where rando celebrities are like, hey, I'm playing Dungeons and Dragons. And it makes me think about like other people who are not necessarily like traditionally nerdy, who I would like to see play Dungeons and Dragons. And I just like, my mind just spirals off. I'm just like, celebrity Dungeons and Dragons games, but like not with Vin Diesel. He's had it covered. He's good.
Yeah, the people who are already playing, we don't need any more of them. We want some.
Yeah, they got their own thing going on, but yeah, we need some really weird, like, people who you'd never expect to play role-playing games to get on D&D.
Who is the person I would love to see a Dungeons and Dragons game with Julie Andrews?
Yeah, right. See, that's a great. So okay, let's do it. Everybody can pick one, and we'll make a D&D group. So is that your
Julie
person?
Andrews
Julie Andrews
is I would never expect to see her playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Now I don't know if I would never expect to see him playing Dungeons and Dragons, but I've never seen him tweet about it or talk about it anywhere. Weird Al is mine.
Weird Al,
yeah. Weird Al is mine.
I could see him playing Dungeons and Dragons.
I would like to put Keanu Reeves into this group.
Red. Yeah, Keanu Reeves strikes me as the kind of guy who he wouldn't know what he was doing. No one else, like, he would just be like, okay, yeah, cool. Whatever you guys want to do, I'm in. We'll play.
All right.
Yeah. The thing is I could see Weird Al playing D&D, and I could see Keanu Reeves playing D&D, but I still can't like wrap my head around Julie Andrews and D&D. I don't know. I think I win on this one.
Well, we're not trying to pick the most unreasonable.
Yeah, we're not trying to.
We're just making a group.
Like,
Lauren, do you have a choice? I like whoever in chat said Slavoj Žižek. You win. Žižek playing D&D would be the most intolerable bullshit. I would go insane. I have an infinite amount of patience for new players, but Žižek would drive me crazy. Yeah. I would lose it. Anyway, Lauren, do you have a choice?
I feel like I'd want to go for someone like Meryl Streep. Like, we'll go like real highbrow on this.
Nice. Yeah.
Oh my God, can you imagine if she got really into the role playing though?
Right? Well, because I could also see her getting along well with Julie Andrews.
I was gonna say that we're building a good group, right? So we have the Julie Andrews and Meryl Streep combo, and then the Weird Al Keanu Reeves combo. Nice. Okay. Cool.
All right, Dave.
Dave, who's your choice of?
The ghost of Iden Abenago.
Okay, so assuming that he can be brought back to life and can speak English.
Assuming the necromancer.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. Oh, yeah, right,
I couldn't think of anyone else.
No, it's
I
perfect.
thought of Keanu Reeves, and Elf took it, and all I could think of was dead shoguns.
That's perfect. That's great. Like, we all just pick celebrities, and Dave is like, yes, an ancient dead shogun. He'd obviously have to be the game master. Fantastic. I want it. I want to see that.
He would make a lot of references that nobody else gets. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, right. Like his cultural, like,
the dragon rises from the swamp like the hated eaves of Toyotomi Castle, and everybody would be like, "What, like, Oda? What are you talking about, man?" He's like, "What? Come on! Like the Date clan? You don't?" Just storms out. Nobody understands my cultural references. Yeah,
Sweet.
Yeah, nice. I love it. I mean, it's only a matter of time, right? Before we have just like basically everybody, more people play D&D than don't.
Someone that I would really love to see playing D&D that I think might actually, Guillermo del Toro.
Oh yeah, he's a big nerd. Totally.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be sick.
Yeah, but he'd want to play some kind of like horrific giant robot thing, but with like a heart of gold, but like also is a terrible monster. Like he would just constantly want to describe his character as like weird dripping.
Are you sure that he wouldn't play like a
you
tiefling?
could just play a Triton.
Or a Triton.
Right, he just plays sexy Arcturus and just be like, yeah, I'm a Triton. My character never wears any clothes, and I just like look at everybody like in a sexy way.
A Triton bard.
Yeah. Yeah, or like a water genasi or something. Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah, it's a fun thing to imagine. But congratulations on your exciting journey, Tom Morello. Welcome to Dungeons and Dragons. What's everybody been up to? How did your costume go? I saw you finished it, Lauren, in the last moments, and then there were some great photos. Did you have like a million people just getting so excited? How often did people put their hand on your shoulder and say, "Hey"?
No one actually. I
goodness.
had good money on whether or not I would get I had $0, but it was good money.
Yeah.
On whether or not I would get hair comments,
Mm-hmm.
and people would put their hand on my shoulder and say, "Hey."
Yeah.
And I had neither of those things happen. I think the internet was more excited than people at the convention, which is totally fine. The internet was like all over it, but the con there were a lot of spider ones, which is
I feel like there's also something about like at the convention, it's like a person right there.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I'm the kind of person that would stand back and be like, hey, look, there's a really cool spider Gwen, and then not go anywhere near you or talk to you or ask to take a picture.
Yeah.
I did appreciate that no one came up and touched me without my consent. Like, to be clear, don't do that to cosplayers.
Yeah. I just feel like it's one of those things where if somebody were to ask to take their photo with you, that would be the thing. They'd be like, okay, can I put my hand on your shoulder and like...
Get a lovely picture with my friend who was dressed up as Miles and someone who was dressed up as the dad Peter Parker, and he was awkwardly taking a selfie of us.
Nice.
And it was pretty great.
I didn't see that one. That sounds amazing.
I need to post it, but I have been mostly asleep for the last 24 hours. Because I also got con cred.
Nice. Well, thank you for dragging yourself out of the dungeon of your own slow demise so that you could join us.
So
today.
sweaty in here. It's great.
Nice. Good. Like a real dungeon.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Moist and gross.
Yeah, totally. That's right. Brew your own slime. It's cool. Elf, how's that Neverwinter life?
Still good. My character is now a level 7 druid / level 1 barbarian. Because it seemed fair. And also I found out that crafting in that game, the crafting system is annoying if you want to do specific crafts, because smithing hammers and picks and stuff like that are martial weapons. So if you don't
wait, hold on. So let me get this straight.
Smith.
So to make an object out of metal, you have to attack it with a hammer.
You must be able to wield martial weapons. Yeah. Let me go down the list of stuff that happened. I got beat up by a werewolf. My werewolf mentor.
Okay.
I asked someone about getting some new armor, and then that same person, that werewolf, sent me a message that was like, you find a letter tagged to a tree or whatever that's like, bring me this stuff. You should have asked. So she's just spying on me now. Like, there's no other way she could have known that I needed new stuff.
So you got attacked by a stream sniping werewolf?
I mean, I don't think stream sniping. I just think they're very stealthy.
Oh, okay, good.
But yeah, it's interesting. I really like how the sort of narratives come together in that game. Not that there really is any other than player-driven stuff that I've seen.
But that's your jam.
But it's my jam, yeah, and I'm really into it.
That's good.
I also, other news. First episode of TBD&D.
Oh yeah,
was played.
Is that the official name now?
That is the official name now.
Nice. Yeah. That happens a lot more often than you'd think. Like Dungeon World was a joke. The name, I mean, it still is, but Dungeon World, the name was a joke. John Harper was making fun of us and was like, "Ooh, why don't you just call it Dungeon World?" And we were like, "Fine, John, we will, because we can't think of anything better." And sometimes you get a good name out of that. It's fine.
But so the first episode was played, and it ended with the players getting a quest from a goblin chieftain to get him a better chair to get information about a monster that they're hunting.
Nice. Being level 1 is a nightmare.
Yeah.
Like being low level and everybody just bossing you around.
There's a goblin telling them what to do. Yeah.
Oh, you don't want to. That's not a good life to live. You don't want that. Well, that's good. And so when's the next episode?
Wednesday evening. So
nice.
Yeah, like 5 p.m. PST. Wednesday.
Oh, cool. Nice. That's awesome. Good. Well, I'm glad that it got off the ground. That's the first and hardest of the early steps is to like just make it actually happen. So, congratulations. And that's on your channel, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, that's at home.
Cool.
So
remind everybody at the end of the episode.
I
I definitely want to go watch it. Blue Jay, how was your Emerald City? I saw you were out there yesterday. Did you meet a million famous people?
No.
Did anybody mistake you for a Critical Role character? Because that happened to me when I was walking by the convention outside twice. I forgot to tell you about this. I was walking by the door and twice somebody yelled at me, "Hey, Caduceus." Different people. Damn it.
Nice.
How was your Emerald
you had
City?
A good con experience.
Yeah. How was yours? Was it good? Did you have a nice time?
Do you care?
I do. I really do.
Okay.
Help me feel better about it.
Yeah, I had a great time. I bought a lot of prints. I also got the coolest Macaria pin ever. It says resting lich face. And so I determined that I must have it.
Yeah, that's fair.
And so I got that. I got some cool dice. They're amethyst.
Ooh, fancy.
And I got a little case from Wormwood, which is fun. And I also did a little bit of business talking to try and get some censored, can't tell you about stuff. Yeah, I got to see some of my friends. And it was the day after I did the first episode of my show.
That's right.
Which is not D&D, so I'm gonna skip past it, but it was great and fun. And
That's good.
Yeah, I had a really good time. I got so much cool art that I'm gonna take another art off my walls to fit it on the walls.
We should do some pins. I think that'd be really fun. I would love a little Ishi pin or a little metal 8 head pin. Those would be so cute.
Totally wear that.
Yeah. Like the characters from this game and the characters from Tomb would all make really cute little cameo like pins. I'm gonna make a note in my GM notebook to ask if we can budget for that. Let me just make a note here.
Tiny pins?
Question mark? Exclamation mark? Yeah, that'd be fun. We haven't done any like merch for any of these shows before, so that might be kind of fun.
No, indeed.
That would be awesome. I love pins, and like a lot of times I'm like, I don't want to put this on a bag because I've had them fall off and then they're gone forever. But there comes a certain point where, I mean, everything is temporary, so might as well actually use and enjoy it while you got it.
Yeah. I agree. I have all these pins that I love and they're great, but I'm the same way. I don't often put them on things, both because I don't want to lose them and because I'm like, but they're so nice. Let me just look at them in a pile.
Chad makes the best suggestion: Floon pin.
No.
Yes.
Just hashtag Floon.
Oh my god, that'd be so good with his stupid face and his little ringlets. Oh yes, I I wonder who I would need to ask. Who owns the intellectual property that is Floon Blagmar and
Wizards of the Coast?
Yeah, but I mean,
Hasbro-
who at
Hasbro
Wizards would I
owns
talk
it.
to? We don't have to call it a Floon pin. We can just call it like vacant nobleman pin.
Yeah.
Everyone will know. Captain of the platoon. All right. Good. Dave, how many days until Sekiro comes out?
It's on Friday, so like
So close. Are you excited? Are you gonna play it day of?
hell yes.
Are you gonna stream it, or are you just gonna?
No,
No, you're just
because
gonna
I already
have that
I'm
experience
already
to yourself.
I'm already streaming a game that I want to play off
Yeah,
stream.
That's
I've
true.
kept it, so
Yeah.
no, I'm just gonna do that. And I was bouncing between being really inspired by and disheartened by a fan competition of like designing prosthetic arm weapons for it,
Ooh.
and I was like, wow, lots of people already really good at doing the thing I want to be good at doing. But it was really cool, like seeing people make all these like weird scythe arms out of bones and how they all fit together, and people were making the mechanisms for it and molding them in 3D. It was so cool.
Yeah, because that was like one of the very first things that they showed in that early video for the game was that like weird ratcheting bone thing, that mechanism,
which was very confusing for everyone. And my guess was wrong.
I think most people's was, yeah.
It was new.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to hear what you think of it. I obviously will not be able to play it until I get back from Japan, but you should definitely tell me what you think of it, and then come to my chat when I play it and tell me how I'm playing it wrong.
Yeah, no, that seems fine. I'll do that with all the other ones.
Listen, I need it.
Competition.
Yeah, I need it. It's helpful. How's Tactics going? Are you enjoying it?
I really, really love it.
Because you switched over from Tactics Ogre or Ogre Battle to FFTA 2, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because the NPCs, when they try and kill themselves, are like way easier to keep alive because the maps are smaller. It's what I realized after a bunch of time. I was like, they both do the same things design-wise. Why is this less painful? Oh, yeah. The map is like a quarter of the size. Yeah. And I really, really wish we got a new Final Fantasy Tactics game. Like, it's so overdue. That one was our original DS, and that's the newest one. there
was one of the designers, kind of like how the Castlevania dude and the Mega Man dude both did like kind of like off-brand things. Wasn't there a Tactics one? There was a Kickstarter for something by either the producer or the lead dev of Tactics.
Yeah, Children of Zodiacs.
Yeah. Did that ever come out?
Yeah, but it wasn't great. I was looking at a thing today called Fell Seal Arbiter's Mark, which looks very, 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 very similar. They're doing basically the same thing, but I don't know if I like the art style as much because it's got too much detail in it.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem quite. There's always that risk when you do, even if it is nice pixel art, if you don't have a consistent style through both the sprites and the backgrounds together, things end up looking really weird. So while the character sprites are pretty great, movement's a bit, but on the backgrounds themselves, they look way too detailed, and it ends up looking like you can see the stroke on the edge of the sprites.
Right. Yeah, I feel like that's it. It's an underrated thing. The sprite art, good sprite art, is so hard to do well. And when somebody really like nails it, it can be hard to tell why they did. And so for a lot of people, I think seeing it, you're like, this isn't right, but I'm not sure why. I can't figure out why I hate this or why I love this. So yeah.
And I mean, the people who spend time getting really good at it then aren't really given much opportunity to use it because no one wants to make a sprite game. If you're going to make a sprite game, you have to do the whole thing yourself, basically. Otherwise, it never gets featured anymore, which is a shame because I really, really like looking at it. Yeah, there's some. Every time somebody posts a tutorial, one of those little animated GIF tutorials on Twitter of like how to animate somebody falling or like how to animate a sword swinging, I'm just like, this is magic. It's sorcery. You are a pixel sorcerer. How dare you? It's so impressive.
Art is cool. Way to go, people who can make art. Good job. So I think this is the part of the episode where you have to spend 25 minutes debating how a spell works. Does anybody have a spell we should talk about? Dave needs to finish the script for today's episode. So while Dave is finishing the script, let's argue about how a spell works.
I'm really sorry I didn't have time to learn my lines.
Damn it.
I'm just going to convert them all into cat.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, that's meow the whole time.
Okay.
You don't speak to
So you guys got the notes about the rest of the dungeon and where all the monsters are and stuff? Okay.
Yeah.
I got something about goblins, bugbears, and wait. Is this right that 8 has an intellect devour in there like already?
Yeah. I sent everybody an updated list of all of the NPCs that are going to betray you, so you can all pretend to be surprised when it happens.
Oh, okay.
You should just check your email. It's in the spoilers channel on Slack.
I've got next week. I only print out next week. Can we just like
Jules gonna run into a slime, right?
Yeah. That happened last time, but I figure we want to go for the 2 because you do things in 3s.
Well, you gotta. All things happen.
So
in
what's happening here is that we're making fun of some people on YouTube who thought that the last episode was
several people.
I'm a huge fan of the idea that they thought it was scripted because I pick useless things. Like,
yeah.
How
dare you pick Speak with the Dead in a dungeon?
In a dungeon. Yeah, exactly. How long has Rin spoken Infernal? I'm pretty sure it's the whole campaign
the whole
so far.
Time. I've been waiting to use it since level fucking 1.
I have my languages picked out since the beginning, and I also have Infernal, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for Undercommon. We are in the fucking mage.
Yeah, give it some time. You're in between the street level common and Untercommon.
Yeah. We're in between common right now.
Creole language.
Yeah, if you climb up a really tall hill, everybody at the top of the hill speaks uber common. So, yeah, there's different variations. In original D&D, there was a table you had to roll on to figure out what languages you spoke, and one of them was human dialect. So you could learn like Hobgoblin or Elvish or whatever, or you could be the person who speaks common and a human dialect, like I guess French or.
Why?
I'd really like to be able to speak to demons, but you know what I really need?
Yeah.
Speaking of French people.
Speaking of French people, I actually took that spell at first level. Speak with French. So one
have
change.
That spell in real life.
Yeah. So understand Welsh is like a 5th level spell. Comprehend Welsh. So for this adventure, and this isn't going to look too different for folks at home watching on my view, but we've enabled, and this comes with a caveat of we may have to de-enable it if it causes problems for anybody, and that if you at home, if you're playing this adventure or one with maps of similar complexity, at your own risk, enable the advanced Fog of War, which we did for this level. So you can see now, I'm looking at Makaria's view of the dungeon. You can see in the light gray the areas that have been revealed by the characters so far, and so this will fill in as they continue to explore the dungeon, rather than them having to keep track of everything on their own. But with a map as big as the maps in this adventure are, you can see there's quite a lot going on. It can cause slowdown depending on how much oomph your PC has. So players, if you run into any like massive slowdown problems or whatever, let me know. We're gonna try it. We're gonna experiment with the Fog of War for today.
I would just like to say that if my PC cannot handle a still image map, I'm gonna be real mad at it.
There's a lot going on. There's like multiple layers of ray tracing, and
if I can run like Overwatch in Ultra, like I don't.
This is a browser application. The amount of
also just
actual performance get out of it is very, very small.
Yeah, I think that's more the trick. Because I agree with you, Blue Jay. It's not going to be your computer that'll be the problem. It'll be your computer using Chrome's stuff to run properly. Yeah, and
right.
It's super weird what can run when slow down. So yeah, on a smaller map, I'd have no problem and would definitely advise everybody to, if you have access to it, to use the Fog of War. It's quite cool. But there's 22 levels, and each level is pretty close to the max size dungeon that an instance can withhold. So let me know. This is our test run episode. So you were in the hallway quite near the entrance. of the dungeon of the Mad Mage, and you have in tow a skeleton and a zombie, and you've just come out of. Now, did you take with you the empty stone Sahuagin head, or did you screw it onto the statue with the candle and then leave it there? Okay,
back
so
on
it's
the
in there.
Put it back.
statue.
Right.
It looks cool. It's a cool stone jack-o'-lantern.
Okay.
Good for Sahuagin Halloween.
Yeah.
You know?
So, from what I recall, and also what our cool new map shows us, we explored most of the Hall of Little Candles, except for there was one place we didn't. We haven't gone north from this crossroads at all yet. And then where 8 was damaged, there was a fair bit that we didn't explore over there as well. So I feel like one of those directions is the next.
Yeah, I think that if you're looking for areas you haven't explored yet, north from the Room of Pillars, and then everything kind of east of the door, down at the bottom, kind of where you had that big skirmish, the second big skirmish. There's also one more. There's also one more hallway down in the Candle Hall, as you pointed out.
Yeah, my personal preference would be, because we decided not to take like a week and do more downtime in order for those goblins we killed to still be dead, would be to continue going through that goblin den looking thing with the obelisk.
Seems great. Probably.
I support that decision. Head back from where we came.
Let's do it.
Yeah, so you want to head back
up
to
an area while stuff's probably dead.
Head back to the candle hallway, and then
the eyeball thing on the map.
Yeah, the obelisk, the covered in bloody handprints.
Exactly.
Yeah, return to the
obelisk.
Yeah, return to the bloody handprints. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So go ahead and traverse that area, or if you like, I can just
Can you move me, because I'm afraid of getting myself and my skeleton stuck in the wall again.
You shouldn't be able to traverse the wall, but okay, I will.
I mean, but like if I like scoop everybody up and one of them gets stuck in a wall.
That's true. Yes, if you move everybody as a unit. Okay.
Yeah.
It's just give me 1 second. I'm just
precious friends
adjusting something here. Okay. All right. Yes.
Sorry, I started going on.
No, go ahead, Dave. Yeah, that's fine.
I don't like it though. It moves pretty slow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Drag him around.
So, Makaria, you want to go here? Let's put you.
Yeah, I'm just clipping through walls. I'm just trying to do, my best.
Cheats. Here, Dave. I'll move you over.
Run.
I got you.
Strats.
Thanks.
Yep. Okay, and then these two, I will pull you over into the hall. So
I was gonna say I was trying to move it, but it was pretty harsh.
Yeah, the closer.
Oh, so is this the testing fog of war? Harsh?
The closer zoomed in you are, the less that it should be a problem.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, don't try to move yourself around with the map like zoomed all the way out. Okay, so I just moved you to the entrance to the place where you had that conversation with Halaster before he melted into a puddle of goo.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there you are, my friends. You can go through where this open door here,
Right.
or if you want to backtrack a little bit.
Oh, right. There was one hallway.
There's one more hallway down there. Which do you prefer? What do you want to do?
So we went in. We would have gone in this door, right?
What's that?
Yeah.
The way to get here, we would have gone in this door.
Yeah, you snuck back through behind the statue.
Yeah.
And then out into the
I feel like when we got to this door, there was a brief moment of being like, wait, and looking down at whatever crude map we've made. And I'm like, I think that there's a part of this lit hallway that we neglected. I'm sure it's nothing, but maybe we should be thorough.
Yes.
You sure you're not just afraid to confront those tiny brain creatures again, Nate?
I was not programmed to feel fear.
I think you're right. Making sure that we know what's behind us, not like last time when they all ambushed us.
Okay. So in which case, over here.
Okay. Now, if you want to, another way to move your token around that I find, this is how I explored the dungeon for you. You can select your token and then use the arrow keys to move them around.
Ooh.
So if you select it, and then you can just use
Boop, boop, boop.
like you're playing NetHack or whatever adventure.
So Jewel knows that the last time she just waltzed around in here, she definitely went headfirst into a gelatinous cube.
Mm-hmm.
So she's going with a certain element of caution, and I can roll a perception check if you would like me to.
Hanging back a little further with me.
I don't know if she's not hanging back, but she's definitely like, I'm gonna.
You have that 5-foot stick, right?
Yeah, she puts the 5-foot stick out in front of her.
Like a blind person has their like, what is it called?
It's only 5 feet long too, so you are it's like you're just tapping right in front of you. Yeah, if you want to, you can make an intentional perception.
Oh shit, that was the psychic damage. Oh,
yes.
Are you
yeah. Jewel's not feeling well on account of
no. Jewel and Lauren are in like a similar place.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, 19 for that.
So that's her perception for the hallway. She's like, last time.
Yeah, intentionally going nice and slow and like listening and okay, yeah. So you get to this hallway,
and we're going right from here, right?
East, yeah, is the direction you haven't been yet.
Left,
yeah,
right.
Yeah, you're going south, so you're turning left around the corner. Yes, you're going east. map left. Okay, so yeah, so this is the same hallway. It's exactly the same dimensions as one side of a gelatinous cube.
Good.
Yeah, perfectly clean floor surface. And you notice now on the second visit to this hall, like the candles are inlaid, like they're set back in the wall a little ways so that as the cube slides past, it doesn't eat them. Sadly, this hall is not merely a hall, but now the tomb for a gelatinous cube. Rest in peace, Cubey.
Sad cube.
Not rest in peace, QB. The QB deserved it. But
it's true. It's true. Okay. So the hallway extends, continuing along this direction, and then you can see that it turns left, heading north at the end.
I'm just following Jewel, and like I have the command on my zombie and skeleton to, follow and protect. Mm-hmm. And I'm just kind of taking a look at which one is faster. I'm like keeping an eye on them to see if one of them, the skeleton or the zombie, can like walk faster.
I believe that the skeleton has a slightly faster movement rate.
So I'll keep him in front.
Jewel gets to the end of the hallway and, assuming nothing has murdered her yet, is like, the hallway ends.
So at the end of the hall, it is indeed a dead end, but mounted on the north wall is an enormous stone like frame. It reaches from the floor all the way almost up to the ceiling. Massive stone frame, and the frame is carved to appear to be a human wizard wielding a wand. Now, it's not Halaster. It's just kind of like a bearded wizard with a hat on. It looks like the cover of 70s edition of Lord of the Rings. He's got a long flowing beard and a wand in one hand, and the wand is touching the top of the arch that's on the wall. And there's like a star illuminating from the end of the wand. Inside the arch, there is there's a mirror. There's a polished glass mirror, and so you see yourselves in the mirror.
No, don't.
Jewel, can I borrow your stick?
Sure. Do you want to go look at the mirror? Because last time it didn't go well for me, and she hands the stick to Makaria.
Yeah, I want to investigate this mirror. So I see the wizard fellow.
Yeah.
And I see his little wand thing with the light at the end, and I cast light on the end of Jewel's stick.
Okay. Now you have a 5-foot stick with a light on the end of it.
Yeah, and I move it towards where his thing is. I want to see if is there any reaction on the mirror as I like move this stick towards...
I mean, the mirror's surface grows brighter as you bring the wand closer to it.
Oh yeah, like a mirror would. Cool.
Yeah. You notice as you watch the sun that it slowly climbs up from one side of the sky and heads towards the other side. Weird. Yeah. So you just like it appears to be a mirror.
Do you want to see if this has any traps on it before I continue? You're good with traps, aren't you?
Jewel comes next to Makaria, and she will make an investigation check.
Yeah. So what are you doing? Are you looking at it? Are you poking things? Are you touching?
Yeah, I think she takes the stick back and she'll like touch the glass and like look at the cobblestones and the stone that it's made out of and be like, oh, they're like your giant blades that'll shoot out at us.
It's got this kind of like quirky, kind of like hokey charm to the craftsmanship. It's like the kind of thing you would see like outside of a store that sells pewter dragons holding crystal balls and like smells like patchouli. You know the kind of like hokey, like fantasy aesthetic. That's kind of how it looks. It's made out of like granite. It's just like a carved arch.
Is Makaria helping?
Like conjuring.
Oh yeah, like I'm looking at it too.
Yeah, right, Dave.
Okay, then I
okay
roll 23.
Good. Okay. There does not appear to be any mechanical mechanism that you can see. No hidden switches, no poking the wizard's eye to thing, no leaves to turn. It's all carved out of a single, like basically it looks like they put a flat plate of stone on the back wall and then carved a spot out of it for the mirror and then carved around to create this arch. The arch itself is about, I don't know, 2.5, 3 feet thick and just goes up and over, and then half of it is just like vines and like sort of trellis looking things, and then on the other side there's this whimsical looking wizard like
well, if it's trapped, it's magical.
Oh good.
And that's not my forte.
Have you thrown a rock at it yet?
She did poke it with a stick.
Yeah.
Like she will poke the glass, and I assume it does not go through the glass.
Yeah, no, the glass it seems inert. You tap it with your pretend wand.
Well, honestly, I'm already bored of this, but if you wish, I could see if it's magical in nature.
I think it's important to know that we're not walking away from something that could be important.
I cast detect magic. Not
Hell
as
yeah,
ritual
it is magical. It's magical as fuck. Yes. Yeah. So let's see. What kind of
Because I'm impatient. That's why I don't cast it as a ritual.
Let's see. Conjuration magic. It glows with powerful conjuration magic.
Conjuration magic.
Correct.
What kind of spells are conjuration magic?
Spells that conjure things?
Summon creature.
Oh, summoning stuff. Okay.
There's a lot of other stuff that's conjuration.
That's true. Yeah, they're broader than you might think. Conjuration, all magical like movement, like dimension door or teleport or whatever. Those are all conjuration spells as well.
We could break it.
Are you sure?
Have we tried like touching it?
I poked it with a stick.
All right. Jewel hands the fake wand back to Makaria and looks at her and be like, if I go unconscious,
I got you.
I'm trusting you.
Yes.
Puts her hand on the glass.
Okay. There's like a faint squeak as the little like beanie like pads of your paw. Like you put your hand up on it like bleep.
Little Toby.
Oh yeah, you can't actually touch it. You're wearing invisible gloves. So Jewel reaches out and puts her hand like a centimeter above the glass surface of the mirror, but doesn't touch it. I mean, they're like leather gloves. They're like leather gloves, right? Like they're not like lace gloves. You're not wearing latex gloves. Like, a centimeter.
Okay, but a centimeter thick glove is a mitten.
No, it's not. A centimeter is like this big. It's tiny.
That's a really thick glove.
That's a really thick glove.
That's like a ski glove. That would impede her dexterity.
I mean, most gloves they're magic, but whatever. Yes, you don't actually touch the mirror.
It's a very bad quality.
She realizes that and like puts some other part of her body
elbow. Yeah, so same effect. It doesn't do anything.
I poke the wizard fellow in the nose with my magical stick.
Okay, it's not a magic stick, but no.
It may be that we don't have an activation phrase that we need.
Open up.
Here. Yeah, open, please. we want to go inside.
Do we though? Well, it doesn't work, so.
Yeah, whatever activates this particular magic, this conjuration magic, you do not have.
Perhaps in order to activate this spell, you have to be a pretentious asshole.
No, it would have opened. I would have told you.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say, like, Rin turns and looks at you and goes, "No, I don't think that's."
Good.
Well, this was something. Maybe we'll find more information about it somewhere. Let's go to where we murdered those goblins.
8, you should try and break it.
Just pick up my javelin up. I was going to see if anyone asked me to.
Don't break it.
Why? If this is a door of some kind, a magical door, we don't want anyone coming up
If it's a
behind us.
magic door, it's not going to open or break when you hit it.
What about with a magic weapon?
I mean,
I mean, what's the
I
worst
don't
that'll happen?
understand the reasoning behind why.
Because this is the way that someone could come up behind us, and we've already been ambushed like 4 times.
Alternatively, you don't know if this isn't the way forward, the only way forward, that if you break, we will not be able to go through when we find out how to open it. So maybe we should be a little circumspect about smashing magical objects.
It sounds so boring, but fine.
I cloak flourish back.
Yeah, let's turn and storm
The
away.
cloak flourish is
Oh
very.
yeah.
All right, well, let's go back to
Okay.
the Bugbear.
All right.
Entitled. Blah, 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 blah.
Everybody, mark inspiration for that little that little to do, and then head yourselves back over to the intersection there, and we will carry on. I'll move your zombies for you.
Thank you. Incredibly helpful.
Here, I'll just move you two while I'm at it.
All right, then. You fast one in front of me. You slow one. Try to keep up.
Oh no, I don't know where I've gone.
Everybody's flying around. Stop moving for a second. I'm just gonna grab everybody.
Okay.
Boop. Oh Lord.
The fast one.
What do you? So you want to send the skeleton ahead of you?
Oh, I'm just like directly
I
in
am
front of me, not like
in
far
the
ahead of
stone.
me.
Yeah, I see that. There you go.
Okay. So probably back to where we last left corpses.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And let's see if they're still there. Corpses? Yeah, corpses.
So cool. So you just come around the corner and you startle the creatures that are here feeding on these corpses.
Oh, good.
So Makaria and her skeletal companions head off to the room, and you see 3 large worm-like creatures.
Oh, great.
And
I can kind of see them.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they're at the edge of your view. I'm pretty sure I have a handout for these lovely creatures. Let's take a look.
I can take a guess.
Yeah, I think they're crawling around in the dead bodies.
And eating carrion,
Yeah,
perhaps?
they could be. So you spot
Gross.
these creatures, and they raise up, and their tendrils
Disgusting.
start to like quiver, and they hiss. The nearest one like moves into sight and hisses at you territorially.
Gross.
Why don't we go down and let them
What do you mean
crawl
down?
carrion? Well,
Oh,
there
right,
was
there was another direction.
another
I
direction.
thought about that. I hiss back at the carrion.
Make a charisma save.
A save. Okay.
Yes. Please.
An 8.
Okay, roll initiative. They attack you.
It turns out your hiss in carrion crawler meant like fuck you or something.
Why is this so
Oh,
weird?
that is a terrible initiative.
Oh dear, and you're so good at initiative.
Yeah, it's like you're
It's like your thing. It's the thing that you do. All right.
You mean like jumping over ledges? For
Yeah.
instance?
Exactly. Just
Other
like
things that she's good at?
that.
Look,
I might be trained in athletics, but I don't have any strength.
Okay. All right. So it's clear to you, Makaria, that you're hissing at them. Did you want to roll for the?
Oh yeah, I can roll for each of my creatures.
I've got the macro. Let me just do it because I got them settled here. There you go. Okay. All right. So 8, you were around the corner when you hear Makaria make a hissing sound and then a louder insectile noise from around the corner.
Oh dear.
8, what would you like to do?
Let's do some moving, shall we? Let's get up and start meleeing some guys. 1, 15. We're like miles away. Why have you started for combat with these? Why have you done this? 25.
I just kissed at them.
She does that to all the big wormy things.
Listen, she's not socially well adjusted, so.
It's true.
I'm just looking at my range on my javelin. Yeah, the fog of war, it was going great. Now it's not going so great for me, unfortunately. Things are taking a little while. Measure. Okay. I'm just going to hold an action to attack one if it gets within range.
Okay. All right. Makaria, what are you going to do?
I hear it hiss back at me and see in its eyes that it wishes to duel to the death. And
I mean, I don't think that's exactly what's happening here. You like they threatened you, and instead of backing off, you made a loud noise, and it got all 3 of their attention, and now they're all like pissed off. So you still have a chance to back off because they're trying to protect their food, but you basically didn't back down.
That's very me. I don't know. 8 seems up for some ass whooping. Hopefully they don't have devourers inside of them.
Yes. Every small section of their weird, like, tunnel-y bodies is just an intellect devourer.
Gosh. Even if we just turn around and like run the other way, I would like to bat at them because I'm an annoying little shit. So I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt on the one here that I can see. 25.
Okay. Yeah, you hit it.
14 damage.
Okay.
Burning. Joel's mind is like, I feel like I will get stronger by murdering them.
Maybe you will.
Okay. All right. So you blast it with radiance, and it takes.
And then I will use my bonus action to direct my companions, my zombie and my skeletor. Actually, my zombie is not equipped with a bow, right?
Correct.
So, and with a bonus action, I can only tell one what to do?
No, you can command all of them with the same bonus action.
So, my skeleton does have a bow, and so I will direct it to ranged attack the fellow that I just hit.
Okay.
And my zombo, which does not have a bow, I will direct to protect me with its unlife.
Okay, so attack anything that attacks you?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So you make that attack for the skeleton then.
Oh, okay.
The skeleton has right now 20 shots.
The skeleton, 21. Good boy. 6 damage.
Do you say that to the skeleton after it hits the carrion crawler?
Yes.
Good, nice. So yeah, it just fires an arrow and it thumps into the side of the creature.
The eyeball.
All right. Is it gonna? It's just gonna shoot and stay.
Yes.
Yep. Okay.
Yes,
Rin, it is your turn.
I am around the corner, so first and foremost, I need to step up so I can see the carrion crawler. Mm-hmm. Now that I can see it, I can make fun of it.
Fair.
You know, the internet would lead you to believe that you don't need to see people to make fun of them.
I stay around the corner. I take out my cell phone and I look at carrion crawler. You suck.
I open the carrion crawler's Twitter account, which is loves to eat corpses, and I send him a vicious tweet from me that says, "You should close your account." and that's my vicious mockery.
Damn. Cold.
There you go.
Okay.
There it is.
Let's see how wise these carrion
five psychic
crawlers.
damage to the closest crawler.
Okay. Now
Do they have the wisdom of the crayfish?
Let's see if they have the wisdom of the crayfish. I got a 3 on my saving throw. Got a 3.
Psychic damage and disadvantage.
All right. So the next attack on it has advantage, and then its next attack has disadvantage.
No,
But the
skeleton
vicious
used
mockery is.
Oh, that's right.
not
The
a-
skeleton used the advantage. That's right.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I tell him to uninstall. Exactly.
Okay.
Chat.
All right. So the carrion crawler is flailing its head back and forth in psychic anguish, tendrils waving in the air, and it's hissing angrily. The other carrion crawlers can sense its distress and are also getting pissed off.
Oh, nice. There's more than one.
Oh, yeah, there definitely are.
That's
So
great.
Makari, your zombie is holding its action, and then now the carrion crawlers go. So, enraged by your mockery, the carrion crawler rushes forward. All right, so
I stab it.
yeah, you can stab it.
Woo! We doing it.
You hit it with the javelin.
Hurrah!
All right, it takes 11 damage. The thing just like rushes towards you. It's like a huge, disgusting, corpse-smelling garbage bag hot dog with a tentacle face on the end, and it just like rushes towards you, kind of tries to climb up on you, and you jam the javelin into it, and then behind it, it is followed by another and a third.
Oh, boy, they are fast.
All right, Jewel, it's your turn.
8 looks like he might be in trouble here.
Yeah, they've got two. They've got 2 of these carrion crawlers rushing towards them. Though it doesn't look like the other one is necessarily attacking. In fact,
embrace your death.
the carrion crawler, it looked like it was trying to push past you, 8, because it can smell the zombie and is like feverishly attempting to go after that thing.
Okay. Cool.
I can move through ally squares, right?
Yes.
2, 3, 4, and then 5, and then short sword stabbing time.
Nice.
Come on, cricket. 16.
You hit.
Heck yeah. Sneak attack
Nice. So
for
it's-
18 damage.
Cool. You slay it. You just slice it open, and like a garbage bag full of rotten meat, breaking the surface tension means that all of its wet, smelly guts pour out, black and green, all over your legs and the floor.
Really gross.
And it kind of just like falls over backwards and deflates, just spewing its guts onto the ground.
Super, super duper gross.
Yeah.
If I move through 8 to this square,
Mhm.
because I used 5. No, it's 25. I don't have enough space.
Yeah,
so
you don't have quite enough. Yeah.
I cannot bonus action.
Yeah.
Stab.
Okay. 8. It is your turn.
Stab it.
Do it.
I'm gonna wreck it.
Yeah, the smell would be just the worst. You hit it.
Yeah.
Nice.
I stab it again. Yeah.
Ugh, and the second one is a miss. There's a spray of goo, and maybe your sensors are blocked by it momentarily as you swing wild with the second swing.
It's because I'm not used to using a javelin. Because they're not as cool as swords.
It's true, they're not as cool. Makaria?
So the first one has been damaged, yes?
Yes.
The second one, I suppose. I think I'm just gonna I'm gonna kind of like to see these disgusting smelly things rushing toward me. I'm gonna take a step back.
Okay.
I'm gonna point at this boy and let loose the bells, the ringing of the bells.
Corpse Christmas. Ding dong, ding dong. Okay.
And I think the directive is still the same, but on its turn, I would like my skeleton to back up to the wall and fire.
Okay. The carrion crawler gets an 11 on the save and thus takes 16 necrotic damage.
Sick.
Nice.
Okay. And then your skeleton, you want it to fall back to the wall?
Back up to the wall and then fire, yeah.
Okay.
So then we'll make a short bow attack and it gets an 11.
It misses.
But I shake my head in disapproval.
The skeleton has no facial features with which to register the sadness that it feels at your disapproval. But you know,
a single black tear rolls down.
A chunk of bone just chips off and falls from his face. All right, Rin, it's your turn.
Well, I'm assuming, this looks pretty good. This is another carrion crawler I can mock. So I continue my metaphorical Twitter tirade. And, you know, I'm not using never mind. Just
I say a mean thing. Imagine the meanest thing you could think of.
Metaphor has gone too far. I viciously mock this carrion crawler.
This carrion crawler will not be mocked. It gets a 20 on its wisdom save.
God damn it. All right. Well, that's my whole plan.
All right. Makaria, is your zombie still just protecting you?
Yes.
Okay. Attack anything that attacks you.
I would assume protecting me would mean standing in front of me and not Ren.
Holding an action. Yeah, that makes sense. If you want to.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. All right. So he'll hold his action. This carrion crawler can move here without leaving 8's zone of attacks. And so it does. Moves up there, and it will go after the zombie because the zombie looks so delicious.
I just totally forgot to do all the stuff, didn't I?
Yeah.
Good job.
It's okay. I don't think you've attacked. No, you did attack this one. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, so it gets 2 attacks. It flails with its tentacles first. So the little mouth tentacles, they snap around the zombie's face and arms. The zombie takes 4 poison damage.
Oh no, my precious baby.
But if you'll note, zombies are immune to poison damage.
So does that mean he doesn't take
any damage? That's right.
Sick.
And let's see. Saving throw would be poisoned for 1 minute. They can't be poisoned. So I think when the carrion crawler gets close enough to lash the tentacles around it, it realizes, oh, this is not a snack. This thing is not the good kind of dead. And let's go. And like pulls back and then attacks Makaria. It's pissed.
Well, protect me.
Yeah. Go ahead and make an attack with the zombie.
The zombie is just like in the carrion crawler's tentacles,
Slaps and then the carrion crawler.
And then the second it like puts its little tentacles out for me, my zombie's like, all
right, go ahead, make
not that one. You can eat me all you want.
He misses. So
that's the important part.
He's a bugbear zombie, right? So his bugbear arms flail helplessly at the rubbery hide of the carrion crawler, who attempts to sink its beak into Makaria. I get a 22.
God,
I get a 22.
Oh no,
Ow.
Makaria, be careful.
Makaria, you take 9 damage.
Yeah, I can't cut any words of 22 for Makaria.
No, it's totally fine.
All right. And then
I am disgusted.
The second carrion crawler comes up, strides boldly through the corpse of its friend, and it's going to attack. Let's flip a coin here. It will attack Jewel. All right, here we go. Oops. Tentacles for Jewel. It gets a 27. So, Jewel, you take 6 poison damage.
Yep.
Can you make a Constitution saving throw, please?
Yeah. Let me take that damage. And oh boy,
It's fine. I'll help you out.
11.
Oof. All right, you are poisoned. And while you are poisoned, you are paralyzed.
Oh, great.
Good.
So the tendrils, they wrap around your arms and your shoulders, around your face, and immediately, like touching a jellyfish, you feel your body go rigid. There's a shock, like rips through your nervous system. And you freeze in place. The thing lashes its tentacles off and then snaps in with its beak. Now it gets advantage on this.
Yeah.
So I get a 17.
Oh, no. Yep, that hits.
Okay, so you take 4 piercing damage. And let me just check if there's any other stuff.
Yeah. Conditions paralyzed. It's a critical hit if you're within 5 feet.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, that's what I was checking for.
Oh.
Oh.
It only hit by 1, but I think it's too late for cutting words.
I was gonna say I could, yeah.
No, if you want to use cutting words,
Can I use it?
We haven't done the damage. Well,
I haven't finished the damage. It's totally fine. Yeah.
All right, cutting words.
Okay. All right.
Which
My AC is 16.
Which
dire danger.
Which is a D8 now, by the way.
Nice. Okay. So what happens is it comes in, it like rushes through the now mushy, deflating corpse of its companion, flails its tentacles all over Jewel. Jewel, you freeze up in pain. It rears back to snap in at you with its maw, and then
there's a screech on the violin in the back, and it's just like so loud and disruptive that people who aren't familiar with like Rin being around would be like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Sudden violin stab, and the carrion crawler like rears back in surprise and fear.
Thank you.
Okay, so Jewel, it is your turn.
Paralyzed. Do I get a save?
At the end of your turn. Yeah, because paralyzed. Geez, this might be the worst, like, or the most egregious example of nested conditioning, because D&D's full of this stuff, but you're poisoned. While you're poisoned, you're paralyzed. While you're paralyzed, you're incapacitated.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Nested conditions. So, yes, you get another save at the end of your turn.
Cool. Okay. And a return. Get a save. 21.
There you go. You shake off the deep layering, the inception of conditions. 8, it is your turn. There are 2 of them within range of you.
Okay. I'm going to attack this one because it looks like Jewel's in more trouble.
Thank you.
So we're going to make 1 attack.
Okay.
Yeah.
You miss.
I'll make another attack.
That's a hit.
Is that 15 a hit?
Yep.
Okay, I mark it.
And this is against which one?
The one on the right.
Okay, good. Yeah. All right. So
I mark it.
11 damage, and it is marked. Okay. Cool.
And I'm actually gonna pop second wind.
Okay.
And since that one's marked now, which is what I wanted to do, we'll see if we can finish off the other one because that one took a bunch of damage already. So taking the
You mean action surge?
Yeah, action surge, not second wind. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yep.
Stab.
Now you can mark one and then attack other targets. You don't have to you're not bound by the same. Okay.
No.
Okay.
If I marked that one, the other mark would fall off. But
right. Yeah. You can only have one marked at a time, but you can attack multiple targets. Okay. All right. Yep. So you hit.
And the left one again, if it's still alive.
It is. Yeah.
As a 14 a hit.
It is a hit. Yep. Just barely.
Okay, another 10 points of damage.
All right, not enough to kill it, but 2 quick strikes, stab.
Nailed it.
And the thing is harmed but not dead.
And as a bonus action, I'm gonna push it over.
Okay. Whack. And you can do that if it's bigger than you.
Yeah, it's up to large, I think.
Okay.
I'll double check right now. Shove a creature with your shield. I need to look up the shove rules. 1 second.
Yeah, that's okay.
D&D Beyond, save me.
Right, because shoving is in the Dungeon Master's Guide?
Yeah. Must be no more than 1 size large.
So you're okay with this one? Yep.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and make your roll.
Shoving.
The number to beat is 12. Nope, no shoving. You just mush him against the wall. He kind of squishes.
Such a mushy boy.
Makaria, it is your turn.
I'm going to. So if I step back, I'm out of its range, and it would get an opportunity attack, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Unless you disengage first.
Right. But I mean, I think I could kill it. It just did a bunch of damage.
It's got big puncture marks in the side of it, and it's bleeding, and it smells like.
I think that this is this a ranged attack? No, it's just within range. Okay, well, I'll toll the dead
Bong.
on this fella. I'm hoping he is unwise.
Survey says 4.
Yeah, so he gets 14 necrotic damage.
He only had 2 hit points.
Okay. And then with my bonus action, I will direct my zombo to, well, not my zombie, my skeleton to arrows at this boy. And my zombie has the same direction, protect me. But I also be like, and yourself, dummy.
Okay. Makaria, make a skeleton roll. Make that attack.
Skeleton.
Boing. Okay, cool. You hit for 4 damage.
Good, scaly boy.
Helping.
Okay, all right. So the crawler takes 4 damage. Rin, it is your turn.
Second verse, same as the first. Continue giving disadvantage to things and hitting them with insults right in the face.
Okay.
Mocking.
I get a 21 on my
Damn it!
saving throw. The carrion crawler will not be mocked by you. In fact, you find that you've been blocked by the carrion crawler and now can no longer direct message.
Damn it. Pulls out her smartphone like.
Yep. Okay.
That's it. Now I just keep my eye out.
So Makaria, your zombie is on the defense. All right. So the crawler is marked, so it's going to attack. It's going to attack 8.
Yep.
For some reason, 8 looks especially delicious today.
And it misses with the tentacles. Goes in for the bite and also misses. All right, Jewel.
It's stabbing time.
Do it. Get him.
19.
Okay. Yep.
For 15 damage.
Fantastic. You want to go with that other hand?
Click. Is it still alive?
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's second stab time.
Yeah, the other less good stab.
It's it's never mind.
Just get him in the rubbery hide and. These are like the kinds of things that if the Michelin Man needed a mount, then he would ride around on this thing.
Ooh.
That's like
on carrion crawlers.
Yeah, just a lot of like rubbery rolls. Yeah. Anything else, Jewel?
You know what? She's pretty hurt. Bonus action. Oh no, she already used it. No, she's there. That's it. I was like, maybe I should disengage. Fuck it. 8 will take care of it.
I yell to accept your demise. I see that you also look sick and hurt, and I'm just like, just accept it.
Jewel rolls her eyes as a free action.
Okay. 8, it's your turn.
Okay.
Can you deal enough damage to kill this boy in 1 round?
Let's find out.
You hit.
He's locked again.
Okay.
Stab 2. 13?
Yes, that's a hit.
Heck yeah. 9.
The answer is yes. Yes, you can deal enough damage to kill him.
Max damage and the minimum damage. Woo! Averages.
So yeah, with 2 more quick strikes, you stab, and the carrion crawler flops over backwards, kicking its little legs in the air, and then dying.
I have a question.
Yes.
Okay.
Can I have an arm blade to put it in? Because I've just realized if I had a javelin in an arm blade thing, I could use it like a pile bunker and just like stab into it and then it'd go shoo, shoo. Like it would shoot out with like a mechanical piston.
Maybe in the future. Right now, it's just a javelin. But if you want to have like a cool javelin like that guy from No Country for Old Men,
can provide you.
I would also like to ask a question before we move forward.
Yeah.
How hurt does Jewel look? Does she look as hurt as last time?
No.
Okay.
Like, she looks hurt enough that Makaria might be able to do it. I have 9 hit points.
Yeah, but her skeletons can't do it, and she blamed it on them. So that was my plan, and I'm not quite far enough deep down the well to do it myself. So
just trying to decide.
You need plausible deniability.
I there's this moment where like the skeleton turns to look at Jewel and like pulls its thing back, and then I like am surveying her and like also exerting my will, and the skeleton puts it down.
the skeleton does not execute your friend. Good.
Yeah. I mean,
right.
All right.
Well, shall we go inside the door or shall we go up this beautiful curved hallway? Jules is like cleaning off her sword.
Well, before we make that decision, let's take our first break. You can think about which way you want to go next. We'll take a short break here, and when we get back, you can continue exploring the dungeon. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.